Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining me today. I'm with Jim Jensen, and if you caught our show last week, you're going to know that we're sitting here on beautiful Rose Lake. And Jim, it's been a week and we haven't moved.
No, we've had a week of nice weather.
Yes, we
Sun's
have.
Still shining.
But no, actually, Jim, you've just Jim Jensen, living on beautiful Rose Lake. He told us last week how he played for the Dallas Cowboys, he played for the Broncos, and he ended his career with the Packers. I know I can't say we're all. I'm a Viking fan, obviously, and I make no bones about that. But the Packers are in our division, and so we'll give you that. And you had some great stuff to tell about that. Jim, you talked a little bit about your high school career. Tell me a little bit about, what you played in high school, how that kind of felt, and then we're going to get into college after that.
Okay. Well, high school, it was all about your friends, some of the people that you'd known since kindergarten, first, second grade. I didn't come from a big sports family, so I was pulled into football by my friends who said they were going out for the team, and hey, Jim, you got to come out and do it with us because it's fun.
Sure, there's a peer pressure.
That was great. I was a good athlete. I could run faster than anybody, so I didn't know anything about football, though. The first time the quarterback said a screen pass, I thought he was talking about the back door, and just my naivety.
I know it, yeah.
But so my friends kind of got me into football. I was a good athlete. For a high school kid to be able to go out every day and beat the crap out of people at the practice field. Young men love to get physical.
Yeah, they do.
And so we did that every day. we were out there killing each other, but it was fun. Friday night underneath the lights at the local
and you build
up
lifetime friends that way, don't you?
Oh, you certainly do. Some of my best friends today are
from the high school.
From that team, sure.
So you ended your high school career top dog, big guy, And
it happens in college and pros. In high school you're good in your area, your conference, and then you go to college.
And then you're with 20, 30 top dogs from everywhere else.
From all over the country, yes.
Yeah.
And so.
What was that like? Where'd you go to college?
I played at University of Iowa, Big Ten. So
Hawkeyes?
The Hawkeyes and the Golden Gophers always had a knockdown, drag-out fight every year. So you get to college. There's people from all over the country. There's men on that team that, let's say you're 18 as a rookie coming into college. There's guys that have been there 4 or 5 years already. So you're out there with these 21, 22-year-old guys that look like cavemen. They're just huge and hairy, and it's like, holy moly.
What have I gotten into?
But, you adjust. If you have what it takes, you adjust. And then going from the pros, from college to the pros, it's kind of the same thing.
Sure.
You take the best of the best in the world or on a pro team. And
so you were drafted? What pick were you?
I was a second-round draft pick by the Cowboys in 1976.
Okay.
And
that had to be exciting.
That was really exciting. And you asked me earlier about the biggest difference between today's NFL and NFL of the old days, and it's one word: it's money.
Yeah. I was just going to say. I bet you got into the big bucks back then, but probably not.
Yeah, and sometimes people think, God, have you ever thought about what it would be like to make $2.5 million a year? And I'm like, I don't even want to think about it. It wasn't a possibility. It doesn't do me any good.
No, not at this point. But
so
yeah, that is one of the biggest differences, isn't it?
And the level of contact outside of the game has changed a lot.
Okay.
Since I played, there's been a lot of rules put in place on days of contact, days of pads, how soon you can start training camp, some of these things.
The concussion thing has gotten to be a big talk too.
Yeah, and which validates the point of view of a lot of us older players, is that we feel we were subjected to some not good things, and the concussion issue is one of them, because you can't watch an NFL game today and not hear about concussions 10 to a dozen times a game. They talk about it all the time.
They never brought it up before, did they?
Yeah, no. In the old days, you get knocked cuckoo and you're trying to figure out where the ground is to get up off the ground, and you go to the sideline and they give you a little smelling salt and they pop it under your nose and they ask you how many fingers you see, and then if you answer that, fine, and you go back in. So anyway, that I'm glad the awareness has improved for that because, football is a violent game. It's one of the top-rated spectator sports in the world because it is a violent game and people enjoy that, which I don't blame it because it's exciting. Now, you can make it safe or you can make it dangerous, irregardless of how dangerous the sport is. So at least the league is improving their medical care and their awareness to issues and keeping players healthy. So
that is important, isn't it?
Yeah, so at least they're doing that.
What are your feelings about all the media that the football players and the negative media that's been happening with football? What's your opinion on that, Jim?
Well, that's just the news business doing their job.
Well, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
But I'm
you
glad
didn't have that back then.
Well,
so much.
Things have not changed.
Okay.
Things have not changed except nobody had cameras back when I was playing. Social media hadn't been invented yet. The law enforcement community hadn't been picked on so much, and they were a little bit more friendly. They used to try to help you and take care of people, and a lot of times things would never become known because they got you to where you needed to go, or they just kept it quiet. Now, today, there's no holds barred. I mean, everything's on the front page of the paper.
So it's not different, it's just the way it's been being reported.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had an interesting story that I want you to share about, you knew Roger Staubach.
I did. I played with Roger back in 76,
right.
77.
And I like the movie theater story.
Well, I love to tell that story because a lot of people will meet a former player or a current player someplace and they'll go up and ask for an autograph, and then the guy's kind of curt or has an attitude like, oh, don't bother me now, and people really get upset about that. And so I tell the story because people don't understand that if you're really a well-known person, that you like to have a timeout once in a while. So anyway, Roger Staubach and Bob Brunig and I had a day off at training camp, and we wanted to go to a theater out in California. I think it was in Malibu. And it was a double feature, and Roger said, hey guys, you go in first because I'm going to come in after they turn the lights off for the first feature because I don't want anybody to recognize me. Because if somebody sees me, it's going to be,
get to enjoy the show.
We won't be able to enjoy things. So Bob and I went in, the lights went down, the movie started, so here comes Roger, and we're sitting there eating popcorn and having a pop, and then they end the first feature and they turn the lights back on in the movie theater. Well, Roger freaked out because he's like, oh my God, everybody's going to see me now. So he crawled down on the floor in the row of seats in the movie theater. And if you've ever looked at the floor in a movie theater, it's not the prettiest place. But he crawled down the floor just to stay out of the public eye. And then when the lights went off, for the next film, then he came back up. So So I mean, those of you who run into celebrities out there once in a while,
have a little consideration on that. Yeah.
They get hounded 24/7. So.
Well, Jim, we got to wrap up today again too, but it's just been a pleasure to talk with you. It's a pleasure having you in our community, and as the football season's coming up, I see you're wearing a Super Bowl ring there. You want to just close with that? Tell me about that.
Okay. Well, besides being really, really old, it was quite an honor to win that in 1977. It's the loser's ring, but
that's all right.
The Super Bowl teams are comprised of the AFC Conference champs and the NFC Conference champs. So this is the American Football Conference championship ring, and
I wouldn't call that a loser's ring.
No, it's nice, and I use it for a paperweight once in a while.
There you go. So. Well, thanks so much, Jim.
Okay, Sherry.
All right, and you have a good day in Vergas.